week. It's Chris and Adam's fun time. It's wrong live stream. Anyway, game face. Welcome to Masters of None. Coming up on tonight's show, our top 10 Premiere Pro tips. I mean, have they counted them? Seriously, whenever these guys number stuff, they literally get one or two done. Possibly just clickbait. We'll see. Also, there'll be our picks of the week. They haven't done them for weeks. Really? Anyway, episode 12. Wow. Top 10 Premiere Pro tips. Could have said that quicker.
Sounded like you said top 10 Premiere Pro chips.
I did it like a one take and I just thought, yeah, that'll do.
Oh, good. Nice to know the standard is being upheld.
Yeah. How are you?
Very good. I'm all right, mate. How are you?
Yeah, good. I'd like to thank you straight away for taking my virginity last night. Sorry, Rocket League and Call of Duty.
I'm with you now. Okay, yeah. I was a bit worried that I'd forgotten something.
I'm instantly forgetful. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah, I wouldn't remember anyway.
How are you, my man?
All right. Just went to get another beer, a bit out of breath because I had to run all the way down the garden because my fridge is packed up.
Nice little fridge right here.
Now I'm jealous of you.
First time in a while. So, yeah, good to see you. I see you were up in that big smoke earlier in the week.
What?
London, mate.
Oh. Yeah, it was all right, yeah.
Went to see a show?
Yeah, it was very good, yeah.
Nice. Good. Well, that's a good
elaborate.
Chat. Yeah. Well, lovely preamble. What are we doing tonight?
We are going to be talking about, I'm going to be talking about some basic editing techniques for Premiere Pro, some little tips and tricks that I think might be handy to anyone who's like new to Premiere Pro or has only been using like the very basic editing tools. So I'm going to be showing some like little bit more advanced stuff. I imagine you're going to be deep diving into what they called Mogos or something.
Mogurts. No, I'm staying completely in Premiere Pro tonight. And I think I'll surprise you because I have simplified my stuff because I know from past experience that I can deep dive a little bit too much. Also, I know that from talking with you before in the past, I do have a tendency to go a little bit too quick. There's a reason why Emma and I can't generally edit together, and it's because my brain goes faster than my hands. And so if I do go too fast, please tell me. However, you must be exhausted because you've already been live streaming already today, haven't you?
Yeah, I was live for 2 hours earlier with Matt, James, Dan. Yeah, we had a nice little chat. I was just sat here editing, just having a chat to some fellow nerds, really. I
had a little scrub through. I didn't tell you this before we came on here, but I did have a little scrub through. Couple of points to correct you on. Yes, I did make a joke out of you last night when we were playing card on Rocket League with your cans on. I didn't say you looked like an airline pilot, though, did I?
Did you not?
No.
I told you, completely forgettable.
I know. I said you look like Britney Spears.
That's what you said. Brilliant.
Mate. And secondly, I do feel a little bit cheated on, but that's okay. It's all right.
Why?
Just, because it's a little bit like having
live without you. Is that what you're saying?
It's a little bit like having, super happy solo time when you're married. Do you know what I mean? It's just not fair.
Oh, all right, I won't do it again then. Sorry, all of my loyal subscribers. Adam's telling you have to jog on.
No, it was really good. I haven't really had much time to have a look through, but it looked really interesting. It was a little bit like, color grade and chill. I enjoyed it.
Did you see? Do you know what Matt is talking about here?
It was a gig disguised as an editing session.
Well, you didn't watch it well enough, did you? You'll have to go back and watch it again.
Did you get your guitar out?
I sang a song.
Brilliant.
Yeah. Wasn't very good. I forgot the words to the last verse.
Good evening, Matt. Lovely to see you.
Hello.
Hope the gig went well last week.
And yesterday. We had a wedding yesterday.
Oh my God, I tell you what. Making it rain.
Yeah.
So, yeah, good. Right.
Oh, they sent me a present as well.
Who did?
Matt and Sophie.
What did they send you?
You know, last week we were looking on Wish. Oh, I'll ask you another question after this. But you know that little Marshall amp with the key ring thing?
Yeah.
They sent me one of those. It's wicked.
Oh,
I haven't put it up yet, but I'm going to put it up because
no, that's so
I
nice.
finally got around to sending them the gimbal. So they sent me that.
Oh, that's lovely.
Very cute. My second question was, has any of your stuff actually shown up?
No.
No. Fair.
I keep getting emails.
I haven't had one.
I get more marketing emails than it's dispatched emails, but no, nothing yet.
Right. Good.
Right. Okay. So, I think you go first with your first tip in Premiere Pro. Think?
All right. I got my little pad here.
Brilliant.
Right. Yeah.
I've got
all right.
I've got Notepad up. I forgot how to use a pen.
Right. Okay. That's fine. It doesn't matter, does it? So,
okay. So when we're watching each other, we'll go full screen. So you'll keep an eye on the comments. Yeah.
Yeah. I can do that. All of the one people that are watching us. So I am going to show you a little tip about color correcting, Adam. You might already know this.
Okay.
Maybe not color correcting. Pretty much I'm going to show you how to affect loads of different clips in a couple of clicks instead of doing it over every single clip. I'll show you what I mean. So this is a little wedding video that I shot. I'm just going to turn my speakers down a little bit because I imagine it's quite loud. This is a little teaser for a wedding video I shot last week with the amazing O'Neill and Jones's music on top of it.
You showed me this.
How beautiful is that? Very nice.
It
so say I wanted to add a filter or a LUT to any of these clips.
Lookup table. That's what it stands for. Lookup table.
I know.
I know. I wasn't saying it to you.
Who are you saying it to? I'm the only one here. So say I was gonna be doing that, and I wanted to add a LUT to every single one of these clips. Yeah, that's our example. Mm-hmm. So what you would do conventionally is you'd select the clip you want to go for. I'm going to zoom in. Does that work?
Very well.
Very well. And then I'd go to the creative section, and then I'd find the LUT that I wanted to apply, and it'd probably be Lakelandite, because that's the one I use most of all. So I've done it for that clip. But then I've got to do it for all of these clips, and that's a lot of clicking. And it's just a bit annoying, isn't it? So what you can do, if you click on your bin, and then you go up to up here to File, New, Adjustment Layer, and then press OK.
Yeah.
You can drag this over the top of the clips that you want it to affect. And then you can add that same filter to the whole thing.
Like that. Very good.
And you don't just have to do lookup tables. You can do pretty much anything you want to that adjustment layer. So anything to do with color grading, you can do it with that adjustment layer, and it will affect anything that's underneath it. I use it on every video I ever shoot now because it's so much easier to just add a LUT and blanket the whole project.
Very nice. That I like that. To save you from going, to save going from File and New and all that, just right click in your bin.
Say
right click in an empty space in your bin. New.
Oh yeah, so you can do that. That's your first top tip.
Your
you
go.
Taught me something. No, I'm not going to. Your go.
I think adjustment layers are so handy, and they are great. Exactly what you said. You can even use them to do like the crop bars, top and bottom, because the way that the adjustment layer works is I don't know if you still got it up there. Let me show you on mine before. Oh god, that's unfortunate.
I saw that when you were preparing it, and I didn't want to say anything.
You didn't say anything, did you?
No.
Right. Okay. So there's my adjustment layer, right there. Drag it out, and if I go into effects and put in crop, and drag a crop effect on there. Under effects controls, it's here. And you can crop in. So then if you do top, say 10% and bottom 10%, there's my bars. You know, like the whole cinematic bars. That kind of works that. And then you could always adjust yourself a little bit. So, you know, I like that as well. But that's the beauty of adjustment layers, isn't it? Because they literally can do anything.
I didn't know you could do that, so I've learned something else. I think
Well-
I think you've played with Premiere more than I have. I think I know how to do what I want to do, but
Yeah.
maybe I don't always do it the most efficient way.
Well, the beauty of that crop thing is that, you know, like say you're opening up that scene, the drone scene that you've got there. I'm not going to deep dive too much, but if I keyframe that, those thingies, what are they called? The cropping, and if I then, where am I? Hold on. If I keyframe that and then I go on a bit and then set another keyframe, then go back to the original keyframe and reset them, I can then, if I reset him to the top there, I can bring that in.
So the wireless mic.
You know what I mean? You can almost do it like that. But you could also do it the other. I'm so sorry. I'm running roughshod over this, but I don't mean to. If I set that to 50% and that to 50% and go back.
So the wireless.
I meant it the other way around, didn't I? If I go to the first one and do 50% and that 50%, and if I go into here, if I ease out, I'm doing it again, aren't I? No, ease out them. I'm not. I just want to. Just the thought of adjustment layers excites me. So if I do it like that and just ease it.
So the wireless mic.
Do you know what I mean? So you could do that over time, and that could be a nice opener to a wedding video, or you know, an anniversary thing or whatever, because it kind of just gives that little bit more. Ooh, do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm impressed because I didn't know you could. I've done it before, but I've not done it with adjustment layers, so I'm a fan of that.
It saves. You could do it inverted with a color map, but it'd be an absolute pain. Anyway, so I am looking at my first tip is a little bit of a specialist one, and it's swapping audio, but swapping audio as you go. If anyone saw my recent video of the comparison of the Rode mic lavalier with the Sony version, if you look in the bottom here, you can see that I'm swapping the audio. Audio channel 2 currently has the Rode, and audio channel 3 has the Sony, and I've swapped it in and out.
So the wireless mic world was rocked back in April 2019 with the release of Rode's Wireless Go system. Lightweight, long battery.
You see how I'm doing? I'm swapping between the two mics.
See, everything you'd expect.
So if you imagine, if I'm muting and unmuting all the way through there, what a pain that's going to be to be able to switch back and forth. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is it originally. I haven't even graded it, but I'm going to copy this because the two channels, the left channel is the Rode, the right channel is the Sony. So I just changed the first one to all left, so that's the Rode, and I changed I should have prepped this, sorry, the Sony to all channel thing. So I've got Sony on channel 2 and the Rode on channel 1. The way in which I edited this was all I did was I deselected one of the tracks. So you see how that's now gone to gray?
Yeah.
That's because I mapped 0 for enable and disable. So I've just disabled that clip, not the track, the clip. So then I play along.
So the wireless mic.
About here and say I want to then switch mics.
System. dual channel.
That'll do. I'm not switching yet, though. Because it's really quite simple how I'm going to do this. I just say, right, okay, let's cut it there, and then cut it there. Cracking. So then all I do is these two I need to switch around. And let me do another couple of cuts so you can see it. So I know that I'm going to want to do that one, just do alternate. So I'll draw a marquee and highlight them, hold down shift, do them ones, and I'll hold down shift again and do them ones. And then all I'm going to do is press zero, because zero is enabled. But if it's enabled, it disables it. And if it's disabled, it enables it. So just zero switches them. And it's done.
I like that. That's good.
You know yourself, Chris, the most important thing, the hardest thing about video is purely problem solving and making things more streamlined. Yeah, and that was the easiest way I could figure out how to do it without going back, cutting, swapping, just make my decision all the way through and then just select them all and then just.
No, I really like that because I've done something very similar in the past with other microphones. And the way I did it was I would cut the track where I wanted it and then I'd just delete the section I didn't need.
Right.
Which is fine as long as you don't make a mistake. And then when you make a mistake and you've got to try and go back and find the right audio for the right bit of footage, it becomes a nightmare. Whereas that's really clever because if you ever make a mistake or you want to change something, you can go back and see exactly how to rectify it.
That's also what I do if I've got scratch audio on here. If I've got audio on track 1, which is the audio that's been recorded in the built-in mic in the camera, and then I've got my external recording. If I've recorded, externally in an audio recorder, before I sync, there's 2 ways. What I normally do is I'll select them both, right click, synchronize, and then tell them which audio to read. They'll then go up with each other. That was linked. What I'll do is I'll unlink, I'll press L and unlink. While the video is still connected, I'll shift, link that one, and then just press L. So they're both selected. So now they're linked, and then I'll bring that up. So then the good audio overwrites the old audio. The reason why I mention this is because if you don't want to do that, but you just want to deselect that because you don't want to delete it, what I'll always do is I'll select everything and press M. No, I won't, because it does it on the thing. So I'll select one clip, press M. That'll put a marker right here. Can you see that? I haven't got a posh magnifier like Chris has. And then if you look, there's a marker on all of them. So then that's not linked. I've now linked that. But all of a sudden, if I go a little bit later and I start cutting, and all of a sudden this is out of sync, all I know to do is drag out and give myself some space. I'm probably going to the far end of a fart here, but give myself some space, drag out again. All right, that's where it is. So I'll link them up again. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Anyway, I've deep dived there a little bit too much. I told you need to stop me.
All right, stop there.
Cracking.
You know what I find really funny?
What?
So we've got Matt and Sophie both watching. Thank you to both of you.
Oh, I didn't see any of those. Hello.
We've got Matt saying hi, Soph. And then we've got Sophie saying, yo, nice mushrooms, by the way. Do they do live in the same house, don't they?
I think so.
They always seem to be together, but when they're on the stream, it's like, this is our time apart. We're going to go sit in separate rooms and watch the same thing.
Mate, they're just making sure that we get the views. I really appreciate it.
What's this? Well, you've seen the vids. There's no sofa in our house.
Oh, that's just reminded me. I had a notification coming up and I haven't checked it out yet. The Distance Acoustic Duo have done a cover of Mbop.
I know. I watched it on the premiere.
Oh, I was at half 6.
It was very good.
I was having
very
tea.
impressed.
Oh, I can't wait to watch
seen
that.
It. There'll be a link somewhere. I don't know. Put a link somewhere, guys. I don't know how
Yeah.
to add a link anywhere. That's the one downfall about this bloody streaming software.
Yeah.
Right. Should we do my next one?
Yeah, let's have a look. Brilliant. Do you want me to hold it over here? Maybe you can read it then.
No, I'm all right. Right. How do I do the thing? Right. Add it.
There
Okay.
you
This isn't. I mean, this isn't the right footage to do this to.
go. Mhm.
But I'm going to do it to it anyway.
You're amazing.
I guess I could do it. I guess I could do it to this. What would be a good effect to go on here then, Adam?
What do you mean?
Like if I was picking a random effect, what would I put on here?
You could animate a Gaussian blur.
I'm not doing anything that posh. Right.
Go for RGB parade.
Where's that then?
There's a search bar right there, love.
You know what? I'm going to do transform and I'm going to do crop.
Crop.
So I'm going to crop this one. I need to get rid of this track. There we go. We started with crop. We're going to carry on with crop.
Crop.
So say like before, I wanted to affect all of my. I mean, this is absolutely pointless now. You're showing me that adjustment layer thing,
Sorry.
isn't it?
Should have talked about this before, shouldn't we?
Right. I'm going to do a different effect. I'm going to do an effect. I'm going to do an effect that I use this for, and I don't use it for anything else, and I wouldn't use it on an adjustment layer.
Okay.
So I'm going to use that wobbly handheld movement.
Oh, you got was that Cinecoms?
Yeah.
Yeah, I used Orange 83s.
Right, that's fine. So what this does is it adds a fake camera effect to your clip. Obviously looks very bad on this. Like that's not what it's meant for.
He can't fly a drone.
Well, I'll tell you what, actually, I could show you where I have used this, and it'll only take me a few clips.
Only takes a minute, girl.
It's in here.
Find the project. To find the project. Better take that for you, by the way.
I don't think it's opening.
Doesn't look like it.
Well, bugger it. I'll just carry on in here. So, if I want to add that clip to that effect to every single clip in my timeline, again, I could have used an adjustment layer, but for something like this, it doesn't work with an adjustment layer because the length and the length of the effect is only like 10 or 15 seconds.
Right.
So the adjustment layer could be like 6 minutes long. So the way I do this is you're going to tell me I do this a slow way. I know you are, but I will copy the clip where I've got that handheld shakiness on there.
Nice.
And then I'll select all the clips that I want it to go onto.
Yep.
Right click.
Yep.
Paste attributes.
Yep.
I don't want lumetri color.
Nope.
And I'm just going to press OK.
Brilliant.
And then wait a second because it is quite processor heavy. That effect.
It is a bit. Yeah.
There we go. Right. So now we've got that horrible looking effect on our whole video. And it looks terrible, but you understand where I was going with it.
Yeah.
It allows you to add that effect super quick to as many clips as you want, instead of having to drag it on manually. And I've only found that out because with these guys, I have to add that clip to pretty much every single clip I film of them.
Yeah, because you tripod it up.
Yeah. So that's the reason.
The beauty of paste attributes as well is that's exactly, you showed that perfectly. Because you copied that clip, it copied the color grading from the media color. It also copied the crop. Now, if you'd have changed around the aspect ratio, if you'd zoomed it, if you'd moved it around in the Y or X space, it'll give you the option to do that as well. It'll just have the motion thing either ticked or whatever. So you can copy and then selectively paste which attributes you want to copy over. which is brilliant. The only thing I do anything different there is I've set P as my shortcut for paste attributes because I use it all the time. So you just, rather than right click and paste attributes, all I do is I just select the click and hit P because my keyboard shortcut is set up for paste attributes to be P.
Fair.
Yeah.
Who want
Cracking.
to copy over,
Sorry.
which is brilliant. The only thing,
He sounds like he knows what he's talking about.
Is that you talking now, or is it the stream talking? I'm so confused. Oh,
Brilliant.
right. Carry on.
Okay, so yeah, paste attributes is brilliant. I'm just going to cherry pick from here because I want to keep it in thingy.
Oh, wait.
Yeah,
We've just had a quick. Can I just respond to this question? So, where was that paste attributes option? So it is, if I zoom in, you right click on the clip, and then it is right at the top, paste attributes. So it's basically saying paste anything that I've added to that previous clip.
Yeah.
And then you can select what you want to add to that previous clip.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, cracking. And just to jump on that, really, I know it's a bit of a pain at first, but seriously, you just go into keyboard shortcuts and search for paste, and it is Control Alt V. You know, like Control V. It is Control Alt V, but I've just put P in there, and it does take a little second to set up, but once it's done, it's done. Do you know what I mean? So yeah.
What is that panel you're in there? Just whilst we're on the subject, if anyone's new to Premiere.
It's literally edit and keyboard shortcuts. So
which you can change and map however you want.
Literally everything. Just remember, if you want to set up a keyboard shortcut for cut, that's not the right thing, because cut is like cut, copy, and paste. So that's actually called add edit. That's which the default is Control K. I've put backslash, but the reason I've put backslash, don't start messing it up, Abin. I've then set on the MX Master mouse, I've set the middle wheel to backslash, and then that just does that. Anyway, yeah, cracking. What was I doing? Right, yeah. So I have a real problem with yellow bars. Real problem. I always want to view it at the best I can. And even though I have a NVIDIA 2070 GTX 2070, what did we say the other day that I had?
2070 Super, yeah.
Thank you. It still has the orange. It's still not fully rendered. So what I always do is say I've got this little bit, which is talkie.
Small isn't exact.
See how it's stuttering?
Be happy with. Do you get what I mean? Like,
and the way I can just check that it's exactly how I want is I get somewhere around the beginning of it. I hit I to set my in point. I go past the transition that I want to check, just hit O for my out point, and then I Control Enter, which just literally pre-renders. And it doesn't render the audio, it doesn't pre-render effects, it pre-renders everything. Can you check on yours if Control Enter is? Because I'm not too sure if that's a keyboard shortcut I set up. But looking back here now, it's all green. So I know if I'm playing back.
Small isn't exactly the aesthetic a client is going to be happy with.
Do you get what I mean?
Standard for rendering, it's not Control Enter. I can have a look what it is, because I haven't got that set up.
Can I not use a modifier to check? Pre-render? No. Oh, sorry about this, folks. It's Control Enter. Render entire work area. That's what that is.
Control Enter.
I've set it as Control Enter, but I don't know if that's the original.
Render entire work area. It's Control N.
So I've set it to Control Enter just because Enter is render, and yeah. So yeah, shortcuts are your.
I've just changed mine to do that. That's good.
Yeah, it's really, really handy because if it's something, if all of a sudden you're looking over a number of clips and like say this, I've got no, that's not really that intense here. So I've got that image that is a PNG, and I've got these. If you've seen on a previous stream, these are all Mr. Horse files, titles. So if I set my out point there, my in point there, Control Enter, I know it takes time and time is money, but when you absolutely want to be certain, something like this is titling coming up when I'm talking, so it needs to be time specific and it needs to be absolutely on it. Pre-render, it took what, 20 seconds?
The release of Rode's wireless Go system, lightweight, long battery, built-in mic with the ability to plug in a lab.
You know what I mean? So you pre-render just to absolutely be certain. It saves you having to render it all out and then go, oh, that wasn't actually quite right. So you can just pre-render little sections. Pre-render is my friend. I spend pretty much all day doing it. Especially today. Oh, there was a heavy color grade on my edit today. I haven't moved from this seat all day. Sorry, as you were.
Okay, so I like that. And I've now changed my shortcut to be the same as that. That's good. Control
this,
if I remember.
This is the most like our drunken Zooms any of our streams really have been. Because honestly, our drunken Zooms were literally Chris and I just going, do you know that by the end? Do you know this shortcut? Do you know that one? I don't know. Look at this. I did this for I don't know why we both gone really northern, but he was like, look at this client I had. This is rubbish. They're not a client anymore. That kind of stuff, which is great. Oh, we're getting loads and loads of it. It's all right. They said for age. What was that? Was that Matt?
I think he's talking about the premiere that you missed.
Oh, good. Yeah.
Mbop.
Where was it? Yeah, add that. Sorry.
He's done that. He's replied to that already.
Really helpful with that horrible
what's that?
moment. That would have been really horrible. Oh, the pre-render? Is that what you yeah. Pre-render thing. I mean, do you need to keep flushing around when you're using it? I don't find I do. However, something that what I always keep an eye on is I always hit edit, preferences, media cache, and I just make sure I just do it every now and again. In After Effects, it's edit, preferences, purge, but in here it's clean media cache database, and I must have cleaned that about 3 days ago. So thanks for reminding me there, Matt. That needed to be done.
Oh, we've had Sophie said something as well.
Sorry.
Thank you for a recommendation from my desk. I'm ordering some now, and I'll let you know how I get on with it.
Oh, no problem at all. It was an affiliate link. Sorry about that. The app now allows you just to do it with one click. So there you go.
The charger I sent you was also an affiliate link. So you're going to you're making us some money here. Brilliant. Right, I have a question for you, Adam. My next tip. It's not really a tip. It's more of a tutorial. Okay. It's something you asked me about, and you said that when we've got time, I'd like to know about multicams.
Multicam.
What do you want to know?
It's right. Okay. So the bit that I've played around with multicam, I understand the premise of it. I understand to a point how to set it up in the edit. What I don't know is how to then go through, because you're then literally clicking on camera 1, 2, 3, 4 for the edit, for the change. What happens if I click on the wrong one at the wrong time?
All right, let's dive into this a little bit.
Oh, I love him.
This is I was working on this. This is what I've been editing all day. So I've been sat dealing with multicams all day. But I'm just going to walk you through every step of it, because then
seriously though, Chris, I love this guy. I've got a massive man crush on his voice.
Oh, he's gone.
Oh, there you go. I always have that effect on me, men.
Once we were all synced up, we'll take a look at it. We'll take a look at him. Let me. How do I do that thing where there we go. shift and scroll, everybody, if you want to be able to do that. But you have to be over here. Adam taught me that. So we've got 4 different 4K tracks, and we've also got some finished audio. So this audio's been edited. We're going to pretend this is all out of sync.
I was going to say that looked really nicely synced up.
Yeah, so it is now all out of sync.
Mm-hmm.
We just put each track on top of one another. I know Matt was interested in this as well for their video projects. So even if they were miming to this, but they had the track blaring out behind them, this would work perfectly. I've done it lots and lots of times. So you select all the video tracks plus the audio that you want it to sync to. Right click and synchronize, and you wait.
Just to point out there, the audio that was selected as the master to read from was audio 1. You're so quick to just hit OK because but I've done it wrong before in the past. Just before
you mean? Sorry,
when
I'll do it again.
No, you could, okay.
So when I'm in synchronize here, audio channel track 1. So that's the one all the other channels sync to.
Control Shift Z.
There you go. What's Control Shift Z?
That's redo.
Okay. So now they're all synced up.
It doesn't look synced, mate.
Now they're all synced up. Thank you. You select all of them again. You don't have to do it like this. There's another way you can do it. I prefer to do it like this. I don't know why, but I've always preferred it. You can do it in your bin and create a clip that is a multicam clip.
Seen that, yeah.
They both work. They're both fine, but I like to be able to see that all my audio is synced and it's all going to work, because when you do it in the project bin, it doesn't always work.
Okay.
So we're going to right click on that and we're going to nest it. And we're going to call it music video.
Just to let you know, my keyboard shortcut for nesting is N.
I have a nest on my shuttle, but I never use it.
Still haven't got used to it.
Anyway, so now we're left with one video channel and all of the other audio channels. Okay? So I'm going to solo the audio that we want to work with. And then we're going to press this little button here. Let me zoom in. Boom, 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 boom. You see that?
Can I?
That one.
Yeah, I can see that.
So,
What if that's not there?
If that's not there, we're going to press this little plus button just here.
You're just showing off now.
Hold on. And we're going to come over here and we're going to drag it in from this little menu. It's just here. So you just drag it in like that. But I've already got it, so I won't be doing that.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
So now if we click that multicam button, no, we have to right click on our nested clip first.
You're good at this, aren't you?
Thanks, mate. Go to multicam and press enable. Okay.
So you're saying all this nest, it's not just a nest of clips. This is actually going to be a multicam. So you've got to tell it that.
Yeah. Otherwise, if I undo and I just press that multicam button,
it's really good.
That's what happens.
Yeah.
So if I enable that multicam, it should. There we go. So now we've got all 4 angles.
So the right half is the master, the left half.
Yeah, that's the output.
Okay.
And these are your different channels.
I'm very excited.
So now if I press play, hopefully it's going to play. Yeah, okay. So I'm just going to do some cuts.
And I wonder if you take
I'm just going to stop it because my computer's struggling. And I'm going to take it down to a 1/4 resolution.
Could pre-render it.
when you shine.
It doesn't work with multicam clips.
Right. Okay. Thank you.
So you'll render the whole thing. You'll wait half an hour to do it, and then it won't work.
It's still yellow.
Yeah, it goes red. There's me. Look, that little bit there is me. That little bit there. So we've made a couple of cuts.
Mm-hmm.
So now, if we're not happy with those cuts,
Mm-hmm.
this is how you change them. So if I'm not happy with having that clip where it is, I can just click on another clip. He says. There you go. So that's now changed. If you look at the cuts, this section has now changed to that clip.
Okay.
And if I say I was on this clip and I thought, actually, I want to change to that slightly earlier, I can bring this track back and I can bring that track in. And it works exactly the same as you would imagine when you're editing. So like I can edit a whole track in about 10 minutes, whereas if I was doing it manually, it would take me half a day. And this way I don't miss any of the best footage. I'm watching 4 tracks. Oh, I just burped at the same time.
I like that. So sorry, can you just zoom into track 1, the video track on your sequence?
This one.
Yeah.
Oops, I'm zooming something else in. There we go.
Okay, so clip 1, 2, 3. When you go back to Tom, is it?
Yeah.
I love him. Not there, not Chris. When you go back to Tom, can you change that whole clip? Because you've made a cut and a cut, and you said, right, this clip here, I want this to be camera 4. Can you just go, actually, no, can we go to camera 1?
Yeah.
So that's happened because you weren't playing back. If you're playing back, it cuts and it changes. If you're paused,
if you're playing back, it overwrites. So if I was playing back, then it wipes out all of my cuts, and I have to add new cuts. If I've selected camera 1 and we've got 2 cuts here.
Yeah.
When you shout your life.
I stop it. It didn't do what I said. That's interesting. Oh, wait. I know why. It's when it kicks in when you make a cut. So say I was playing here and then I cut to Tom. So the red around the outside means it's a cut.
And it's writing.
Yeah. So now it's erased those cuts.
Yeah. This is brilliant. This is like an interactive tutorial. You know the amount of times. I think you're pretty much you're self-taught with video, aren't you?
Yeah.
So imagine all those hours that you spent trying to work out something and trying to find the right tutorial that told you in the right way, in the right time, how to do this. This isn't like an interactive version for me. Rather than literally going through about 20 minutes of someone and they don't get to the point till the end, but you don't want to miss anything. I just come straight to. We should sell these. We should say, right, come on a private stream. We should do a what do you call them? A Patreon.
Yeah.
Love that. That's a cracking tip. That. Thank you for that.
That's all right. We have a comment. Can you use keyframes in multivid to get a precise change at a certain point in the song? Don't really understand what you mean.
Keyframes? Yeah. If you hi Tom, if you could explain a little bit more, because with keyframing, yeah, I don't see how that would apply.
I can make a cut anywhere I want, like down to the frame. If there's a specific beat that I want it to change on, I can cut at that beat.
Yeah.
If that's not what you mean, try and elaborate a bit more, and I will answer the question. And if you can, I will have a play.
Yeah. By the way, please don't. I think the most important thing ever, especially in this stream, is no question is a bad question. Do you know what I mean? So if you don't know, ask. And I think that's what Chris has always been. I've always been. So I appreciate you asking the question, because if no one else in the stream right now is thinking it, you can be pretty sure that someone will be thinking it in the future. So thanks for asking. If you can come back to us and confirm exactly what you mean, that'd be great. My go?
Yeah, I might just mute myself for 2 seconds whilst you explain this one. Is that all right?
Cracking, yeah, go for it.
I just need a wee.
Oh, brilliant. I'll go on. Yeah. Oh, there he goes. This is something I showed Chris a little while back, and I love this key. It's a simple key. It's called the tilde key. And if you don't know what it is, should have really thought about this because not everybody knows what the tilde key is. It's this one. So if you look where escape is, it's that one right there. It's just to the left of one. And the actual tilde sign is that one there, bottom left, just above the tab key. And the tilde key in, I think, almost all Adobe really is your friend. Yes, Matt, Tilda Swinton, a highly underrated actress. She's amazing. But the tilde key in Premiere Pro is brilliant. And I just used it before. And I'll show you how good it is. The tilde key, when you press it, maximizes wherever you are in Premiere Pro. And also definitely in After Effects. Say I want to go full screen here. I put my mouse over the main program monitor and hit tilde. And I haven't got that. Very good. Tilde. And it goes full screen. Press tilde again, comes out. If I want just my timeline, mouse over the timeline, tilde, goes full. The main times I use this is, say I want to keyframe. Let's just select these and mute me. Say I want a keyframe and I want to go from here and I want to set a position and a scale there and then play it along a bit and I want to zoom in to about there. So I've set another keyframe there and there. Now, as you can see, they're really quite close together. And I could use this, but the minute you go too far, and it's going to make a liar of me, but the minute you go too far in here, you've lost it. And if it's a long clip, you lose the keyframes. So the way in which I use my tilde is I've got my two keyframes here. I use tilde straight in. It gives me more screen real estate to play with. I'll then right click and ease out, right click, ease in. You can also use a transform tool on this as well. And that then gives me, I did nothing. That's because you didn't set any values for your second keyframe, you idiot. There we go. I'll do that. And then oh, by the way, Chris, bonus, welcome back. How was your week? Was it good?
It was amazing. Yeah,
Love
very
a good
nice.
week. If you're trying to move stuff around and you're going on the y-axis and going on the x-axis, if you just want to grab that like that, that's all you need to do.
Didn't know that.
Yeah, but rather than clicking on scale or position, just hit motion and there it goes. And actually, just like in After Effects, it shows you the path. And so if I go back here now and, oh, wow, look at him. He looks amazing. You can deep dive. You can twirl these and then go to tilde again. And say you highlight that one, you can then put a speed graph on it. This is more After Effects-y, but the reason why I'm showing you this is because I'm using the tilde key, I've got more room to play. Tilde back out, and you'll see the difference. If I just show you that without it, this is the animation, just ease out and ease in. So easing out from a stop and easing into a stop. That's all very nice. However, if I add those speed graphs, go back, that's me again. See how it goes fast and then slows down. Very, very nice. Tilde key, it is your friend. I love it. Look, tilde, all of them. Tilde, all of them. Tilde, tilde. Oh,
Look at
God.
that face.
Wow.
Oh, brilliant.
We should do a podcast rather than a live stream. Over to you.
Very agree. I'm just going to address Tom's comment quickly. I was just fiddling with that whilst you were talking.
Okay, I'll read it to you. Sorry, really poorly worded question. So you have 4 channels of video, Chris, nested into one video channel. Can you use keyframes to manipulate video attributes such as opacity, or are you limited in this mode to just hard cuts? So like crossfades and stuff.
Okay, so I understood that slightly different, but now you've read it out, I understand correctly. So I'm going to address both things.
Mhm.
So if you wanted to do an opacity fade just on this channel of video, once you've made those cuts, these clips act like individual clips. So I can make one of them fade out if I want to, but it'll just fade to black. Like this. Yeah? That makes sense? If I control click into here, these are my original 4 clips again. So if we go to this point, which is the beginning of the audio, and we make a cut that's about that length, and then we control the opacity on here. So we'll do a keyframe and then bring that down to 0. So it looks like this in our multicam clip. Ready? So that's quite a long fade. But you get the idea.
Like a double exposure.
Yeah. So if we then go back to our original and we go to the same point in the track and we make sure that it's that same clip selected. Sorry, I'm just bringing the original back in. I'm just waiting for it to load. So it was, which track was it? I forget. This one.
Track 4, yeah.
Thank you. Where's that gone then? Why has it disappeared? Come on. Behave yourself. Right. We're going to select track 4. So we've made the adjustments within the nested clip. Now we're on track 4. And we're going to play. The answer is no, you can't do that. There we go. So you'd have to double up your clip, which brings me on to my next tip, actually.
Cracking.
So I'm going to go back into here and I'm going to remove that section. So this is the way I would do that if I wanted to do that within Premiere. So if you hold Alt and you drag any clip and then let it go, you can then duplicate a portion of your video. So if I would, you can duplicate any clip. You can, if I drag that out whilst I'm holding Alt, it just duplicates endlessly as many times as I need it to, which I use this every single day. It's amazing. So the way I would actually do that is I would hide the top track. Hide the top track. And I'd select on the bottom track the clip that I wanted to fade it to, which will be the wide. Is this making sense?
Mm-hmm.
So underneath, I've got the wide shot. On the top, I've got the zoomed in shot of Tom. So what I would do is I would make the keyframe here and here. I know I do this differently to you, Adam. So I would start my transition here with my opacity. And then by the end of this little section, I would bring that opacity down to 0. And then we're using the very beginning of the top clip, and then we're transitioning to the bottom clip. Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely. You're currently transitioning into the next same clip, then, aren't you?
No, I just didn't have it turned on, I think.
Oh, okay.
Oh, no, you're right. Yeah, you're right. Give it a second. multicams do absolutely rinse your processor.
Yeah, it's really processor heavy, isn't it?
I have no control. I can't pause it or anything at the minute.
Oh, I hate that.
Okay, so we want this one to be this one. Let me see whether it's actually worked. Yeah, so
Yeah.
that is working now, yeah? I assume that's what you meant.
Mm. I like that.
There you go.
I like that.
Thank you.
Really
I think
good.
we've nearly done 10. Have you got a pick of the week this week? Looking around frantically. My pick of the week this week is this beautiful can of Heineken. It's very tasty. I like it a lot.
If there's any, honestly, the one lager I can't stand is Heineken.
Oh,
I think it's so perfumed.
I don't really mind. As long as it's alcoholic, it doesn't really bother me.
Drink sensibly, kids. My pick of the week is a purchase. You know that my birthday is 5 days after Christmas Day. Worst birthday in the world is the day before New Year's Eve, so no one wants to go out. Anyway, I always have Amazon vouchers for my nearest and dearest for Christmas and birthday, so I save them up and I buy loads of tech in the new year. This was a purchase of mine about 3 years ago because I thought, oh, I'm going to game on my phone. Never did. But this came in really handy last night because I was playing online and it hooked up with an update to my computer. Nice and easy. It's the SteelSeries Stratus XL and you can't buy it anymore.
Excellent. Link in the... Oh, no link in the description. You know what? I've always wondered... This is going completely off topic now. We're done with our little tips because we've only got 2.5 minutes left.
Cracking.
There's two things that I've always wondered.
Mm-hmm.
Can you edit video with an Xbox controller?
Would you want to?
It would be a fun experiment to see whether it's possible.
Depends on your definition of fun. Yeah. Next.
I like to make things work, even if it's much, much worse than the traditional way. I'd love to be able to see whether it's possible.
Yes.
And the second thing is, and this is something I actually tried 3 years ago, but I bought the wrong piece of tech. I wanted to know whether you could edit in VR. So you know I like a big screen, don't you, Adam?
You do, Chris. 55 inches?
Yeah, but imagine I had unlimited screen.
Sorry, compensation. What?
He's not wrong. Imagine I had... I knew that was going to get you right as you drank your beer. Imagine you had unlimited screen.
Yeah.
So you could look around in 1080 or in 4K and you had this massive Premiere window that surrounded you.
Yeah.
Does that interest you?
It would. Yeah. The thing is, as you've already seen, I pre-render everything so I can see it in the best quality it's going to be. With VR, with it being so close to you, you're almost seeing pixels, aren't you?
Yeah, but I'm sure you could probably get 4K ones nowadays.
Yeah. But then again, it's for the 4K. This is something that I had with previous VR setups that I tried before, and it says like 6K video. But but you're stretching that 6K over 270 degrees.
No, you're not. No, you're not. No.
You were with the VR camera.
Yeah, camera, but not screen, because you're looking into two little screens that don't move, do they?
No, that's
so
true.
Two little screens, and all they're doing is reacting to the movement. So if they're 4K, it could be really, really fun. And I bought the the Google.
Did you say it could be really, really fun?
Really, really fun. That's the second time I've said really, really today. But it could, couldn't it? And you can do a virtual desktop in VR. So I don't see anything stopping you from being able to do it. I might be wrong, but I'd really like to borrow like a really high-end VR headset to see
Yeah.
whether it can be done. It wouldn't be pleasant. You'd feel sick.
Yes.
100%. But I'd
Yes.
love to see if it could be done.
What did you try it on? Was it the Oculus Rift?
No, it was I swear it was made by Google.
Yeah. Well, Google came out with a version. It was when the Pixel first came out, wasn't it? Was it using a phone or
No.
standalone?
No, it was standalone. Yeah, it might not have been Google.
Tells a lot of lies, does our Chris? Do you know what I mean?
There's
lies
something
and
called the
lies.
Google VR Daydream View Slate State, which looks like what is this it? No, it wasn't any. It had a really catchy name, and it wasn't the VR Daydream.
This is really good content, this, Chris.
Yeah. Anyway, I might look into it. That's where my brain goes, and I think, I could make a YouTube video about that, and that would be quite fun.
Yeah, but how would you show that?
You can record. You can record the feed on the screen.
Right.
When
Okay.
I look around, I could record a 4K screen, a 4K feed.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Well, that was fun.
That was fun. That felt like the good old days to me.
It did. It did feel like the good old days. Yeah. Good. See you later.